Yeah, 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 yeah. Told my nigga when he get out, he can have it. Yeah, if he want it, he can have it. If he want it, you on the paddock, I buy him a paddock. And she on the paddock, I buy her a paddock. The way I be flowing is so automatic. I flow, I flow, I flow, I flow, I flow, I flow, I flow like now I'm talking.
So here I have Ade Williams, a former employee for the city of Dallas, a 62-year-old businessman of Nigeria and here in the United States. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Welcome to DKW Insight.
Glad to have you here. So one of the first things I want to ask is I want everyone who is watching this video to get to know you a bit. So tell me about yourself. Tell me about your life in Nigeria and the way you were raised and how you grew up there, and then your journey to the US.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zachariah Williams. Well, I am 62-year-old, as you said. I've been in the United States for 40 plus years. I grew up in Nigeria. I was in Nigeria up to the age of 19. When I left Nigeria, I'm one of a family of 4 children. I'm actually number 2 of that. And my late father, Albert Bankole Williams, and my mother, Beatrice Mudupe Williams, are both late. Wonderful parents. I guess back then people would say that I grew up in what became a middle income family in Nigeria, and did my primary school education in Nigeria and my secondary school education, and then I started applying to attend university and eventually got lucky and got a scholarship to come to college in America. I left Nigeria on January 1st, 1978, and I've been in the United States since January 1st of 1978. You said, that's about, I grew up in my extended family is really large. The Williams family, Williams clan. Many people in Nigeria know of my family, and they've done amazing things in Nigeria. And as this show continues, you'll get to know and hear about that. Like I was introduced as a former employee of the city of Dallas. Well, I've worked for several municipalities in the United States. The last from which I retired was the city of Dallas as assistant director of Dallas Water Utilities. I've had a great, rewarding career, more than 32 years of public service, up to executive positions, and it's been extremely rewarding. So all I want to do is share my experience and wealth of my knowledge with my listeners and people who are watching this show. Hopefully you'll follow it along. There's a lot to be shared along the way. I'm looking forward to that.
Everyone wants to know, what was your primary mission for returning to Nigeria? What did you hope to accomplish when you got there?
Well, thank you. After something about 40 years, that's magical, and I thought, okay, it's 40 years in this country, longer than I lived my life in Nigeria. It was time to go back. And of course, I've been hearing a lot about the interest of Nigerian government to encouraging Nigerians in foreign countries to return home and help develop the country. On our maiden journey back, return back to Nigeria in 2019 primarily, I went to Nigeria to see if there will be opportunities for me to assist the government to be better, contributing what I've learned in the United States, that is still one of the greatest countries in the world, to bring that experience to bear in the area of government or governance, improving the way government operates in Nigeria, so that with the blessed resources of Nigeria, natural resources, human capital, and all working together with a good process, that we can become a better country than we are. We are struggling right now in Nigeria, and it just pains me, that we are struggling as such when Nigeria is blessed with tremendous human capital, and I think that what we've lacked is leadership. And so if we can educate the electorate to start choosing people who can actually make a difference for the country and provide good leadership for the country, I think that we can find our way out of the struggle that we are currently experiencing. And so when I went back to Nigeria, I did not find the right avenue, the opportunity to plug in. I must say that I was disappointed in what I found on the ground on this trip. But there is hope, because I think the people are beginning to clamor for change.
You mentioned a lot of things of how Nigeria is right now. When you got back, you were disappointed to see a lot of things. Now, comparing how you've been there for the past 15 months now to when you were raised there from 0 to age 17, when you left, how was life back then throughout your 17 years compared to when you went back for the last 15 months?
Well, very great question, because I'll tell you, in my first 18 years in Nigeria, first of all, a country that does not embrace education, have a good educational system, is a country that is about to die compared to how it was before, and where students were doing different things, and I wanted to go to a Nigerian university. I was hoping that I could get admission into Ahmadu Bello University. For some reason, that was the school that kind of attracted my attention as a young kid. I just wanted to get into Abu and make a difference. But looking at what they are, you drive by. I went to University of Lagos. I just almost cried looking at the buildings, just dilapidated. You can't learn in those kind of environments,
Do you believe that you could have had the same life that you have now if you went to college in Nigeria? Or do you think your life would be completely different if you attended university in Nigeria?
Well, the answer to that question is that because it is possible to have gone to school in Nigeria back then. If you went to Nigerian institutions back before I traveled, and those who finished, I'd say 20 years back, I think have found their way to go abroad, and they've contributed largely to the foreign countries where they found themselves. Doctors are leaving Nigeria, going to Canada, going to UK and America, and they are thriving well. But for me to say right now that if I did not travel to America, and I'm in Nigeria right now trying to go through the Nigerian institution, oh, absolutely, there is no hope. You cannot compete. And that's the shame right now. We have failed our current school population. All the things that the Awolowo's did back in the Western region, and some of the other leaders in the eastern and northern region for the schools that my generation benefited from are currently missing. Okay, so generations of back then, yes, they could thrive wherever they went. So if I had been able to go to Abu like I wanted to, I believe that I could have made something of myself. But I have to say this, America is still the greatest country in the world. For me, America transformed my life, gave me opportunities that I probably would not have had in Nigeria, because Nigerian system, as you may know, it depends on who you know. There is no merit system.
So America has definitely benefited your life in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
And, would you say that that has also helped inspire the way that you run your business in Nigeria?
Absolutely. We, as a matter of fact, the business that we started, in Nigeria, we employed all our American system process. We paid our employees on time. We allowed personal development time. There was trust. They had opportunity to grow. I don't know that is the case with every employer in Nigeria. There are some multinational employers, when you will talk about the Chevron, the Shell of this, world, and Citibank, who are foreign owned, and so their culture is that, and they promote the welfare of employee based on merit. But what we try to do is to run our company just like, if it were here in the United States. So America did impact our way of thinking, our way of doing things in Nigeria, but it comes with a price, and that means that you will forever remain disappointed every time because you can't be a business and be an island. You have to interact with your locals. Exactly. So every time we interact or try to do business with other companies in Nigeria, not all, but most, you find that there are always, you're dealing with people who are less scrupulous. And it makes it very, very difficult.
So going back home to Nigeria, do you feel that you were effective in your mission to provide and give back to your community? And would you say that it was worth going back?
Well, not as effective as I would have loved it to be, that, and not as effective as it could have been. We decided to focus on what we could control. For instance, our hope was to be an employer of labor, to give people opportunities to make a living. And we did that. We hired people, and we paid them well, and we paid them on time. We never held back on their pay. We gave extra. We helped them to develop personally, invested in them personally, invested even in their family, and so we made a difference from that standpoint. We have an employee that has shown interest in getting an advanced degree that we have chosen to invest in. We have an employee that's ambitious about owning her own business that we have encouraged to make a location such that we will support. And so those people are excited, and they have hope that they ordinarily wouldn't have had. And that's what we wanted to be. We have even impacted lives of people that didn't work for us, that we just happened to know and meet along the way. So from that standpoint, giving hope. And with what we have done in Nigeria, bringing together beautiful artifacts of decoration from all over the world that are unique. We've made something that you would find on like a Bed Bath and Beyond, high quality stuff available to the locals. People have walked in and said, wow, usually I have to travel to get these. Now it's available in Nigeria. So we've made an impact in the lives of those people that way, bringing something nice too. But I think we could have done better. We could have done more. We had a project that we were hoping to hire upwards of 200 people to keep them engaged once that venture is fully matured, that we are still dealing with the government in just getting the necessary paperwork to proceed. That it's been frustrating. So when I look at that, we haven't been successful as successful as we could have been. And then with my 30 plus years in public service, I was hoping that as I was told at a forum where I met the Nigerian president a few years back, who mentioned to me that, well, they were working on a way to engage, a forum to engage, so that those of us in the foreign country, when we come back and want to assist them, that there will be a forum to plug in to do that. Well, that path to plugging in and making a difference was not clear, and it's not there, it's non-existent.
My nigga in the jail.